man. I had to destroy that last live feed, man. It had doubled me up, doubled my recording. It had me on the in the background talking back. So I said I had to go along and deleted it, man. But how y'all doing, man? I know y'all Philadelphia Eagles fans feeling good. I know y'all Kansas City Chiefs fans are feeling great. Pat Mahomes found a way to get it done. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, they went on to whoop my team 31-7. I know the score gonna look like they rolled over us, but it makes me wonder, was those games rigged yesterday? Were those games rigged? Because I was doing a video earlier talking on the fact that we lost, and, you know, not take my lumps, but I realized you got two black quarterbacks going to the Super Bowl. And it's funny they're going to the Super Bowl at the same time the situation that happened down there in Memphis. We'll talk about that later. Now, we know the 49ers 31-7. Y'all gonna be like, bro, no. Y'all just had a lot going on in that game. No way you could say that was rigged. I get you. I'll get to that in a second. But the Kansas City Chiefs, I saw the play where they call roughing the passer to get Kansas City into field goal distance to tie the game up. Now, granted, y'all, you still got to play the game. No matter how many bad calls or momentum changes that happens, you still have to play the game. So even if they make the bad call and, let's say, Kansas City missed the field goal or whatever happens on the next play, if that's a failure, then can you really call that to be rigged? You know, a rigged game. You know what I'm saying? I get it. However, I'm sorry, y'all. Burrows and the Bengals are just better than Kansas City. They have their number. But that was a questionable call at that time to help make sure that Kansas City get to the Super Bowl. But I felt like it was some questionable calls last year that went against Kansas City to help the Bengals get to the Super Bowl. So I'm fair enough. But let me break down the Niners and the Philadelphia Eagles, though. You see the score, 31-7. And you're like, oh, yeah, the Niners just look like they didn't belong there, bro. They shouldn't have played the Eagles. Yeah, that's for people who didn't watch the game. But folks who did watch the game, you know Jalen Hurts looked like shit that game. He did not look good that game. They were not able to move the freaking ball for 3 quarters of football. The first touchdown drive that they scored, the dude, Devontae, whatever the kid name is, Smith or whatever, the former Heisman Trophy winner from out of Alabama, bad boy. But he dropped that pass. But you gave them a big first down. Y'all go on. You score a touchdown on that drive. Cool. Niners get the drive. Brock Purdy gets injured. That's not on the refs. However, his hand was coming forward, and y'all changed the rule on that, called that a fumble, killing the momentum again. Cool. Niners fight back, even go down to a 4th-string quarterback, score 7 tight. Philadelphia get the ball right back. I'm sorry. They get the ball back. 3-4 possessions couldn't do shit. But finally on that 4th possession, the referees threw flags. Every time the Niners forced them to a 3-and-out, they threw a flag, keeping that defense more gassed and more tired on the sideline. Keeping that defense more gassed and more tired on that sideline, which in turn led to another Philadelphia touchdown. You tell me if I'm lying. Now on the next 49er drive, Josh Johnson fumbles the ball. You know, you look at it, man, it's over from here because Philly gets the ball back, scores a touchdown. Not blaming the refs on that. Second half goes down. We in the middle of the 3rd quarter. Philly is up 21-7. Can't move the ball again. The Niners are about to get the football back. What happens, you say? We get a roughing a kicker. Bro, we down to our 3rd-string quarterback injured and now our 4th-string quarterback injured. At this point, bro, we have no chance of winning this game. All we asking for is just a moment to show our damn respect because our defense was on the field fighting for their freaking lives. And what does the referee does again? You rob the 49ers again. I'm not even hearing nobody tell me that it was some bull crap otherwise, because you call roughing the kicker when the kicker punted the ball. The Niner player was under the ball and his foot come down hitting the Niners player. How the fuck do you call roughing the kicker on that? I know how you call it. When you make it a fake league to make it to no matter what, we need Jalen Hurts and Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Because right now, you don't want black people to feel some kind of way about what happened in Memphis. You're trying to appease the masses. And instead, you ruined the game for us. Instead, you ruined the game. That game was supposed to be decided out there on the field. And Philadelphia is a better team. I know y'all ready to say that in the comment section, but Philly was a better team. Let's make no mistake of that. If the Niners had any opportunity to win, it was just basically being physical. Y'all calling touch it to the helmet on us. Y'all called a bad pass interference. If anything, you could have called a defensive holding, but even it's not that. You called it on Jimmy Ward when all he did was jam the wide receiver within 5 yards. You called a flag on that, so you took the physicality out of the game. You didn't call false start not one time on Lane Johnson. You didn't call false start not one freaking time on Lane Johnson. And it's video footage of everything I'm saying. If y'all think I'm just a salty fan, because I am, but if you think that's the only reason I'm saying what I'm saying, then you're a person that just happy to see us lose, or you're not in touch with reality. Because there's proof out on what I'm saying. That's the beauty of 2023. So I'm sorry. I am a sore loser. But even more than that, I don't like my team to be cheated out of a fair fight. I don't like to be cheated out of a fair fight. Hell, I don't like anybody to be cheated out of a fair fight. And I don't like when politics are brought into sports. So for that, NFL, I will not be watching the Super Bowl, and I know you don't care. And I hope the rest of the world don't watch the Super Bowl, because this is disrespectful to the game. If the black quarterbacks earned it, then they earned it. But they did not. They did not. Y'all rigged that game so Pat Mahomes and Jalen Hurts could be in the Super Bowl because of what happened to that dude in Memphis. Y'all are trying to appease the masses by giving us a guaranteed black quarterback winning the Super Bowl. And I don't respect that, NFL. I really don't. Now, Philly is a better team, and they should have went on to win that game. We're not talking about them. But you robbed the Cincinnati Bengals for a chance at greatness because you wanted to falsify history, and I do not respect that. The game doesn't need that. Put the best of the best on the field at all times. Now, Philly, you were the better team. San Francisco, we down to hell, motherfucker. I was about to get a job at quarterback. So I'm not mad at us. I'm not mad at us. I'm not really mad at the defeat. But the referees, you the reason why that score was 31-7. You are the reason for that. You killed every possible freaking momentum the San Francisco 49ers could have had. Y'all killed that. And that's fucked up because those guys didn't deserve it. Come on, man. You out there with the fourth-string quarterback. You don't think the defense was out there fighting their freaking hearts out for y'all to do that? Lane Johnson was false starting every goddamn play every play of the game. Tell me I'm lying. I know people don't want to hear this, but tell me I'm lying. But the play on Pat Mahomes, you can't call that. You cannot call that weak-ass personal foul. So, like I said, you rigged the Super Bowl. You didn't have any black coaches to give it to. So what's next? Black quarterbacks. And guess what? This black man ain't watching. This black man will not be watching. That's nah, bro. Because it ain't about, and this ain't even no diss to Jalen Hurts, because I like the kid, and it ain't no diss to Pat Mahomes, because to me, talented Pat Mahomes, the greatest quarterback that ever lived. But this is more or less about y'all using politics, once again, to appease to the masses, falsely, so we can think we're getting what we want, and we can look at y'all as all the NFL's fair, all the NFL's equal, all the NFL's righteous. I got one name, 2 words that proves falsely of all of that. Colin Kaepernick. Oh, you don't like that name? How about the guy who supported Colin Kaepernick? Mr. Eric Reed. Y'all telling me Eric Reed wasn't good either? Y'all telling me the only reason Eric Reed rode with Colin Kaepernick because he felt like his career was over too? Okay then. That's all I'm saying. If you ain't riding with Colin Kaepernick, cool. But what about Eric Reed? What about Eric Reed? All I'm saying, man, if y'all not gonna give us I'm being honest with the NFL, if y'all gonna keep deciding who going to the Super Bowl and who gonna be the winner and all this shit, it's time for people to be done with y'all. Tom Brady, that shit was fake. LA Rams go to the Super Bowl the year with all the LA rappers, the Super Bowl in LA. LA been shut down since, the whole government shut down because of the what we talking about. Them winning the Super Bowl, that shit was fake. Pat Mahomes beating us with the comeback, that shit was fake. Marshawn Lynch not getting the ball at the first yard line of the Super Bowl and y'all not giving him the ball, that shit was fake. Come on. I'm gonna be real with you. New Orleans winning the Super Bowl after Katrina, fake. I'm sick of this shit with y'all, man. Bring the game back to where the best team just win. And I'm sorry. Cincinnati with a better team. They should be punching their ticket. And the Niners, y'all wasn't a better team. But the refs took it away from giving y'all any possible chance of winning that. Any possible chance of winning that. Shout out to Trent Williams. Fuck it. At least you won yesterday. But I'm going to leave this live up for y'all, man. Hopefully y'all share it, like it, send it out, man. Hopefully that'll help, get this out there, bro, because, and if y'all see something happen to me, y'all know what it was. But ain't nobody going to care. They just happy that the Niners lost. I get it. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at you, because if it was the Cowboys, I wouldn't care either. I wouldn't care if they blatantly came out there and said they cheated the Cowboys. I still would enjoy it. So I ain't mad at y'all. Y'all, hey, send them to me. I was picking the Niners. That was my boys. I was riding with them to the Super Bowl. We ain't make it. So y'all have all right to make fun of me. It's all good. But the NFL, straight up.